What's going on, everyone? Been a minute since we recorded anything with me speaking at the camera, anything like that. Big things going on, though. We do have content that's being filmed, but the big thing right now is the roll cage install in the Jeep. So, got some updates about that, kind of what to expect to see within the next couple weeks, stuff like that. The roll cage is almost done, so there's a lot of content on that one. Got awesome. Dylan and I had a great time just sort of talking about the cage install, how it's been going, all that good stuff. Dylan, thank you, man, for all the work you've done. All those guys at Unlimited, thank you for all of the work you've done. There's videos of those guys working on it. You kind of start seeing their sense of humor in some of those clips.
The laser got dull.
The laser got dull. Laser!
You gotta,
Sharks with laser beams.
You gotta sharpen your laser.
So we got overhead GoPro views from both sides of the vehicle. They were awesome enough to let me set up my GoPros in their shop and record. And it's awesome. You can see the whole process from Dylan gutting the whole thing. I'm going to have to speed it up, but I want to say the vehicle went from being completely assembled to completely taken apart. The console was out, the chairs were out, everything was out of there. I want to say Dylan did it in maybe hour and a half or something like that. It was wild. I'm gonna speed that up for when it's posted on YouTube, but he's been grinding away, man. So it's awesome to see. The roll cage is almost done, so I'm gonna be able to show everything. Gonna be doing some custom brackets for it. Do got a couple of events coming up, so those custom brackets may not be in for those events because I need to have them made. Basically, the cage has to be done in order for those brackets to be measured and planned out. So those are going to be coming. That's going to be a cool addition to everything. It's not going to include a cat jungle gym though, so this one's excited for nothing. But yeah, it's really exciting. There are a couple things that the cage was kind of one of those where it's like once the cage is in, the harnesses are in, the PRP seats are in, the planned build I thought was like, okay, I'm done. We've seen a couple things where a very tall person, they might need a helmet, and I've worn helmets for long days and stuff like that, and yeah, now I'm looking at like rugged radios, blowers, and the helmets and stuff like that to be able to get fresh air to a tall person if they sit in there, because the point of the roll cage is to be safe, obviously, but a tall person, you'll see. Maybe we'll post a picture of Ethan sitting in the back there. Yeah, I gotta do something for safety. Maybe some padding. But all that content is gonna be coming out probably 2 weeks, maybe 3. We'll see. The reason for the delay is because actually tomorrow I am flying to Johnson Valley, California to go for my 4th year to be a King of the Hammers with the team I support, Bad Axe Racing out of Wisconsin. Quick backstory, 4 years ago, Eric Lowenhagen, buddy of mine, called me up, said, hey man, I'm going to be pitting for one of my best friends, and I need a couple different people out there to come and help out and know when it's time to play and have a good time and when it's time to work hard. What do you think? And I was like, dude, I'm in. Yes, 100%, let's go. So he and I have been sharing like RVs the entire time we've been out there. It started with Pat. I was helping Pat out, got to know Pat, all that good stuff, helping Bad Axe. There's also a couple other teams we help out though. We've helped out Top Rock 4x4 in the past, Brandon Caveman Anderson, Caveman Racing, and Jim Horne, High Desert 4-wheel drive. We've helped out Paul Wolff a couple times. We share a garage space. We have like 4 garage spaces that all sort of butt up to each other, and instead of just having a 20 by 20, we'll put all our garages next to each other, so we have like a 20 by 40 since it's on sort of one front. We're able to fit all the cars in there, everyone's RVs. It's a nice sort of cohesive unit. It's our little community. It's a fantastic time. King of the Hammers is one of those events. Went the first time 4 years ago, and it's in my head. I will do everything in my power to make sure I do not miss that event when it comes every year. It's so much fun. It's for being a vacation. It's exhausting. It's definitely one where when you're there and you're working with a pit crew and you're part of the team trying to help solve problems in whatever way you can, it's nonstop. We are on. So I fly in Saturday, and Sunday Jim Horne is running his race in the Toyo Desert Challenge. And there's a chance that Sunday morning I'm going to wake up and, hey, we got to go to remote pit 1 and we're going to help Jim pit just in case he needs us. Okay, let's do it. You're problem solving all week long. Anything goes wrong with the car, whatever skills you have, you bring it to the garage and you help out where you can. There are definitely people there who are way better mechanics than I am, and I take a back seat. I'm pretty good at wiring. I like to think I'm good with communications, so I like to jump in and help there. I know a lot of people, so I go and I talk, and it's always kind of a reunion too at this point, because like I'll see buddies from PRP and Baja Designs and Warren and Rugged Radio, and it's just a good time. It's so much fun. The environment it's like nothing else. The off-road community is definitely one where there's a sense of togetherness. Everybody enjoys helping each other out. Ultra 4 racing, King of the Hammers, that's the next level. They would much rather pass you going full speed than pass you broken down. So it's not uncommon for like us to be mid-race and someone come up to us and like, hey, your guy's in for pit. Can you take this battery or this jump starter out to our guy? He's, 3 miles out of pit, and we just need someone to run out to him. Are you good with that? Sure, no problem. We run. So there's a lot of that, and that's fantastic. So that's a really cool part of this whole experience. So there's going to be a lot of content on that. I'm going to be setting up GoPros and stuff like that to capture what's going on, walking around, kind of first-person view on Hammertown. I got myself a little camera holder for, chest plate sort of thing. Walk around, show you guys some of that stuff. I'm going to try to do as many releases as I can during the week. Otherwise, it'll be the following week just because, reception's going to be spotty at best. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to set up a GoPro in the garage to show, like, some of the problem solving and some of, what we go through to get to the race, to be able to, just make it to the starting line and see how far you make. Because the King of the Hammers race itself, it is, you'll hear it if you watch it online all week. It's a battle of attrition. It's definitely one where you see how far you can make it. 120 may start, 30 may finish. It's absolutely wild. It is so much fun to go out there, so I'm super excited. So that's going to be the next couple weeks of content, is just whatever happens at Hammers. I don't know what's going to happen. So we're going to find out together. I'm going to release it. Probably a lot of it's just going to be raw footage on this is actually how it goes. So that'll be cool and exciting. After that, the roll cage should be done, so we should be good to release a lot of that stuff, or it should be close to done. So it's going to come out kind of in parts, just because it's a big undertaking, and we want to release it in such a way where it's the whole package, and you really see what that install is like, and you kind of get an idea, and showcasing the awesome work that Element has done. And showed a couple clips. I think I shared a story the other night about like kind of the cage install where it's at now, and every time I go in there, I'm excited. I'm smiling ear to ear. It's so awesome, and those guys match that energy on just being that excited about the build. They genuinely, one of the guys, Clint, is like, yeah, that might be my next thing. I may have to talk to the wife. So it's really cool. Once that goes on, we're into the 2024 wheeling schedule, and looking at it, it's going to be cool. There's going to be a lot of, I'm going to set the GoPro up and film stuff from the trails. We may try to do some talking. We may try to do some other like showing around different places, looking at it. Got 2 trips to Drummond Island, trip to Indiana, trip to Canada, trip to Reykjavik, and maybe a trip to Tennessee. So those will be super duper cool. Those will be coming out different months. I'm sure once it gets closer, I'll, do some video, sort of planning or packing or preparing for a trip like that. Because there's definitely ones that are going to be pretty special and pretty cool. So very excited about it. Sorry about how there's been sort of a lapse in the content release stuff. Been a lot going on at work, at Steer Smarts, and with the Jeep and all that stuff. So thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for staying tuned and staying with the adventures. Greatly appreciate you guys. Keep an eye out for all the Hammers content. I think I've been posting a couple different stories and stuff from like last year. The things you would hear at Hammers. Those are a lot of fun. I mean, that shows these guys a sense of humor. So it's a lot of fun. I'm super excited. We'll see you guys soon. I like Jeeps. You like Jeeps? We'll see ya.